Oh my god, look at how many spiders there are, and that one season Viz. Oh, there's one there, and that one season Viz. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm only level 12. Okay, here we are in Butcher Block Mountains, right outside Caledon. And I have decided that I am going to journey to the strange new land of Kunark. I am showing this run for a couple reasons. I'm also kind of hurrying because I just saw this message get shouted out that the boat is named the Maiden's Voyage. That's the boat that takes you to Kunark. And it has departed the outpost at Firiona Vie. Firiona Vie is the city. So that's where I'm going in Kunark. That's not my ultimate destination, but that's where the boat will drop me off. So to start from where I started here in Butcher Block, you know how typically I would be just outside Caledon and I would go left to get to whatever the dwarf skeletons or Zarkumi or Greater Fadark. Or sometimes I would go straight to kill the skeletons to get bone chips. Well, this time I went right. I took the path to the right. Oh, I wish I had a sew. That if you follow this path all the way from the right, you will end up at the docks, and at the docks you have two choices. You can either go to the left part of the dock, which will take you to Kunark, now that Kunark's out, or the right part of the dock, which will take you to Freeport. And when I say take you to Kunark, really what the one on the left does, it takes you to Timorous Deep, which is the ocean that you have to cross through to get to Kunark. Then it drops you off in Firiona Vie, which is the settlement that the good races, quote unquote, I'll get to that in a minute, that might end up being a problem for me. That's the settlement that the good races have made on Kunark. The settlement that the bad races have made on Kunark is in the over there, which takes a different boat to get there. That boat actually departs from Oasis of Mar, which is on Antonica, which I'm not anywhere near right now. But if you go to the right side of the dock, that'll take you to Antonica. First, you have to pass through the Ocean of Tears, and then it'll drop you off into Freeport. Now, I think I'd be fine if I went to Freeport, based on all the faction I've seen so far. The Protoxos thing has not seemed to hold me back much at all. What a weird flag. Okay. But I want to try to spend a couple of levels in Kunark. I figure since Kunark just came out, might as well give it a peek, see what it's like. I mean, I say that as someone that's spent a lot of time in Kunark, but not on this character, obviously. I'm only level 12. Now, I think the irony here is that you're going to Kunark, that's like the expansion, and you're only level 12. I guess I'll take this one since it's unoccupied. Oh, this is cool. So as soon as you get on this little thing, it starts levitating you, and I think that means I can't cast any spells. Oh, that's the boat that goes to Freeport, which I'm obviously not gonna... Let me just summon my hammer real quick. That's the boat that goes to Freeport. But I'm not going to Freeport right now. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of irony here. I haven't even explored Antonica, which is the bulk of the game, especially the original game. There's technically three continents. It's mostly Antonica. Otis is like 5% of the game. Fedor probably 25 to 30% of the game, and the rest is Antonica. But now that we have Kunark, I guess those percentages change. There is a really good newbie zone in Kunark that I want to try, called Kurn's Tower. It's kind of like the equivalent of Crushbone for Ixars. I talked about Ixars in my last video. They're the new race with Kunark that you can be. We'll definitely see some Ixars in Kunark. What I want to do is join my fellow adventurers here. Let's see, am I the lowest in Chang? I don't know what he is, but he's blue, so I'm not the lowest. This guy has a last name, which automatically means he's above level 20. Or at least level 20. Danktree. I love these names people choose. Not so much this one, because it's like... Well, actually, he probably is an enchanter. He's just in Wood Elf form. They're all anonymous except for me. Everyone's got something to hide, not me. I dropped a bunch of stuff off at the bank because I will not be able to bank. Well, I guess I could bank in Firiona Vie. Well, okay, so let's go back to that. Let's talk about that for a second. So before I talk about Firiona Vie, these little shuttles will take me to a much larger boat, which will take me to Kunark once they leave. Uh-oh, this thing's moving. What am I passing through the dock here? These boats have always been kind of bugged. That's kind of the joke about the boats. Oh, ooh, an aqua goblin. Green, interesting. So, like I said, there's 2 settlements on Kunark. One is in Firiona Vie, and that's where the quote-unquote good race is. Now you might think, oh, well, if it's a bunch of high elves and humans and wood elves, you should be fine, right? Well, they're actually on their own faction. They're not on the traditional wood elf and high elf factions, even though they are themselves wood elves and high elves. I guess some of them are, but it's kind of tricky. It's weird. The other thing is, that faction, in my experience, tends to be a bit more sensitive to whether or not you're a good race or a bad race. Oh, we're zoning. We're officially entering Kunark. So I'm a little bit worried that I might be killed on sight in Firiona Vie, at least in parts of it. And when I say that, I mean the city, because there's a zone called Firiona Vie, and then there's a city. It's kind of like New York. This is probably a really weird example. Hey, I zoned before any of these. Probably not, actually. They probably just popped in late. There's a city called New York, and there's a state called New York. Well, there's a city called Firiona Vie, and there's a zone called Firiona Vie. We're going to both, obviously, but I may have to jump off the boat. In fact, I think I'll be able to tell in this zone whether or not I'll be killed on sight, and it could actually be quite painful, because every single boat that journeys somewhere, it makes a stop first, like a stop on the way. So you don't just go straight from Butcher Block to Firiona Vie. You stop at a little outpost on the way. It's sort of like a rest stop, you know, like a truck rest stop. That outpost should be able to, there should be NPCs there that will let me know if I'm killed on sight or not. And hopefully it's something I can tell from conning them from far away and not have to actually experience their rage. But so here's the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is I'm killed on sight at both outposts because I'm not quite evil enough for the over there outpost, which is like ogres, trolls, dark elves, and I'm not quite good enough for the Firiona Vie outpost. My best case scenario is that I'm not killed on sight at either. Maybe I'm just dubious at both or apprehensive at both. I'm thinking that combination of Brataxis not being super evil and gnomes being relatively neutral. I love that someone is... I guess I could try that too. Begging. Such a useless skill. That was unsuccessful. Oh, you know what I meant to do? Just in case I am killed on sight, I meant to up my swimming skill. When I went and dropped off a bunch of stuff at the bank. Maybe I can still do that in Firiona Vie if I'm not killed on sight, because I do think there's a cleric trainer there. But anyway, best case scenario is I'm like apprehensive at both outposts. And then once you get to Kunark, there's things that you can kill that could negatively impact your faction. I'll return in. And I promise I'm not going to film this whole voyage because a lot of it is just sitting on a boat doing nothing. But my plan is I'm going to run boat to sail to Firiona Vie, and then I'm going to stop for a second, check my faction on the outpost on the way, actually. Then run through Firiona Vie, which is a scary as hell zone. That zone is underrated for how freaking horrifying it is. Look at this boat. Oh, I almost walked off. Is that boat not the coolest thing? I mean, it's so big. It's so big. What? Wait a second. How do I get there? How do I get there? What the heck? How do I get there? I can't be expected to just run across, right? Like, maybe it's that shuttle's turn now, and then it'll be... Okay, good. All right. Whew. Okay, so you take that little shuttle to this big boat. This is the big dog right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please don't let me fall through the boat. Damn it. Please don't let me fall through the boat. In fact, you know what I should do? I should run... Oh, okay, good. Okay, no more looking down. Only looking up. Oh my god, I'm still sinking. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna go where this guy is, because he seems to know what's safe. Dude, they need to fix these boats. I guess this is why they made you levitate when you're on a boat. Boats are so freaking bugged. So I'm going to run through Firiona Vie, hopefully. Then I'm going to run through Swamp of No Hope. And you'll see all these zones. Who's in this zone? A lot of players. And the idea is I will successfully make it through both Firiona Vie, Swamp of No Hope, and then go to the Field of Bone, which is where the newbie zone is. Okay, so let me just stop here and pick back up when we get to the outpost, because I think we're going to be sailing for quite a while here. I am a little bit nervous here because I got up to use the bathroom, I came back and we were zoning, so I don't know if that means I missed the outpost, or maybe the outpost is only there. Maybe you only hit the outpost on your way from Firiona Vie to Butcher Block. Okay, let me try to see if I can con someone here before I just get smacked dead. This stupid little sail thing coming down is... Oh, God, every time I hear a sound like that. Okay, there's a guard. What's he con? Apprehensive. Oh, thank God. Okay. I should be fine. Oh, whoa, whoa, boat. Let's not go too far now. Oh, oh, and Danktree has agreed to cast a Spirit of Wolf on me. Okay, so let's explore Firiona Vie a bit. Boy, this is scary. He's probably sewing himself too. Okay, so oh, is this the guy? One of these is a faker. One of these is an Ixar in disguise, but I don't think the con denotes that. So, the story of Firiona Vie, the settlement, is that I'm still gonna con people just because I'm kind of scared. The races of Norath, Antonica, Fedor, and Otis decided, hey, let's go explore Kunark. We know there's a continent there, let's make a boat big enough to get there. So, of course, good and evil separated, and they decided the good races were going to come to this part of Kunark, I don't know if it's like west or east or north or south or whatever, and have their own settlement. The evil races would go to the over there, which is like, again, I don't know, northeast, whatever. And these guys should all be on the same faction. The idea was that'll be like their sort of home base, and from there you can explore wherever you want. Man, this is really like best case scenario here. The cleric guildmaster is here somewhere. So these people are called pilgrims because they are, I guess, like, well, they're pilgrims. I guess kind of like the pilgrims that came to North America at some point. Except I don't think these pilgrims are here to escape religious persecution. Oh, there should be a statue here too. Yeah. So there's a statue of Firiona Vie, the NPC. Who I don't know is ever actually in the game. She's sort of just the, like you see her on the title screen, she's sort of just the mascot of EverQuest. Oh, this is not where I want to go. I'll keep looking for the cleric NPC. But yeah, so everyone kind of just settled here as pilgrims, and they can make a new name for themselves on Kunark. They can explore, they can hunt for treasure. Private Gold Touch. And I'm pretty sure it's one of these guys. Maybe it's her. Nope, she is a merchant. Maybe it's you. Nope, you're a merchant too. Is it you? You're not a member of the Paladin class guild? Okay. Well, where the hell is the Cleric guild? I thought it was up here. I guess not. I do want to train my swimming skill a little bit. Maybe it's over there. So you kind of have these like little huts, and you've got these little like incomplete looking buildings. Hey, a fellow gnome. Glad to see everyone here is apprehensive, because it could be a lot worse. You got these little incomplete looking buildings. the idea is that this settlement is still being constructed. So it's like fresh, brand new. You're one of the first people on Kunark. Is that the guy? I think that might be the guy that's secretly an XR. I am not going to go down there. But I am going to have quite a challenge ahead of me here if I want to run to Field of Bone. Because although this place is safe, the rest of the zone, not so safe. I don't think I'm going to be able to find... Is it you? No. Alright, well, this is pretty much what the zone looks like. It's just a lot of little huts. Well, I should say this is what the city looks like. The zone itself is a lot scarier. And this is the bank. How do you know it's a bank? Because there's a bunch of people crowded around it. And here's the banker. I thought about putting that plat in the bank, but it only took off £1, so I think I'll just hold on to it. Oh, maybe that's the... One of these fools is an Ixar. Disguised. So that's the thing about this continent. This is the Ixar's home continent. Maybe I should try and get an invisibility. I mean, I should absolutely try and get an invisibility, because I will get my ass kicked if I run out there. Are you someone that can cast? Yeah, you are. So although we are coming to this continent, you know, gnomes, dwarves, Yurdites, humans, ogres, everything. We're coming to the continent as explorers. This continent is already home to a race. I guess multiple races. This is sounding more and more like the North America analogy. Okay, I don't think she's here. Bet that dank guy could have done it. I don't think there's any class of dwarf. I like these are both the redheads. I don't think there's any dwarf class that can cast invisibility. So, well, not counting rogues who can invis themselves. Boy, without an invis, I think I'm kind of dead in the water here. Is there anyone here? Anyone that can cast invisibility on me? I mean, I already have a sow, which is pretty good. Now, you might be wondering, if it's so dangerous, can't you just, like, soothe your way there? Hell to the no. My soothe will not land. We're talking NPCs here that are high level. So basically, the race that already exists here is the XR. And they are only a couple zones away. But they are not friendly to visitors. So I want to avoid them, but I do actually have to run past their city. And here's an example of how dangerous this zone is. I thought I just saw a goblin. I better give myself my hit point buffs, because this place is dangerous. I don't think I should even attempt this without without... Is that a pirate? Yeah, oh yeah. See, red scowls ready to attack. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid here. Ah, that guy's indifferent. He must be the faker. He's the Ixar. That whole thing is for a quest. So basically, these explorers come and the Ixars are kind of curious about them, and I'm sure the curiosity goes both ways. But that guy, that is an Ixar disguised as a wood elf to investigate the soft skins that have arrived on Norath or on Kunark. Okay, let's see if I can get an invis at some point, and if I can, I will come right back. Okay, that kind person came back from AFK, and she gave me an invis as well as a C invis. Very kind. Just do that there. Yep. Okay. And now I am going to try my damnedest to not get killed in this zone, because boy, are there a lot of ways to get killed in this zone. It is hard out here, and it really doesn't help that it's nighttime. Damn it. And also, this invis could fade at any moment. Well, at least there's a pilgrim out here. And the pilgrim sees invis, which means a lot of these other things are going to see invis. Really, what you got to do is just con everything and try and keep a distance and hope that you don't come across something that sees invis. Like, thank God this goblin battlemaster does not see invis. So that was me starting at the edge of town there. and now I'm running. It does actually comfort me a bit to see these pilgrims out here, because I think that they fight the NPCs, although they didn't seem to be engaging that goblin. Now those things are scary. Some of them can see invis. Thankfully that one doesn't. The real scary things here are these spider people. Spider people are the worst. They look like dark elves with spider bodies. Oh, see that one there? That Drovelarg Savage? See, the fact that he glares at me threateningly means he can see me. And I don't even know which freaking way I'm going here. Uh-oh, that's a spider person. I think I need to go this way, north, to get to Swamp of No Hope. Now, if I can just get to Swamp of No Hope, not saying it'll be easy from there on out, but it'll be easier because that zone is less dangerous than this one. What the fudge, man? A halfling swashbuckler scowls at me ready to attack even though I have invis on? This is so freaking dangerous. Oh my god, there's spiders. I don't even have... I need to put gate up just in case. Okay. Really what you should always do whenever you're in a dangerous zone like this is you should try and hug a wall, but that is not always an option. Oh my god, everything sees invis, I feel like. It's like, why even get invis if everything sees invis? I don't think this is the right way to go. Oh, Jesus. I need to be really careful here. I think... oh, okay. It doesn't see invis. But see, I still want to stay away from them because even if they don't see invis, invis could fade at any moment. I think that there are two ways... God, I should have looked at a map more recently. I think that there are two ways to get to Swamp of No Hope. And one of them... Well, I think they're both north, but they're just in different northern parts of the zone. Like, I thought there was like a path or something here. What are you, Con? Okay, good. How about you? Okay, good. Oh my god, look at how many spiders there are, and that one sees invis. Oh, there's one there, and that one sees invis. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm only level 12. Okay, there's a path. That's a good sign, I think. I hope. I mean, my hope is that... Oh my god, it sees invis. My hope really is that I can just like... What? Where the hell am I? Am I back at the dam? I'm going west. Okay, I think I need to go north, which is where this path would take me, but then this path seems to just end right here. What is happening? Let me... This is so dangerous. Let me try and consult a map real quick. Okay, I'm correct. I go north. So let me try to keep north. Pray that invis doesn't fail. Pray that some C-invis NPC doesn't come right up on me. Because, God, this is scary. What do you, Con? You do not see invis. Good. Any kind of skeleton is going to see invis. She sees invis. Oh my god. This is so scary. If I get too close to any of these things, I'm dead. I mean, I'm not going to... I have 279 hit points. I'm not going to take a hit. And then getting my corpse is going to be a whole nother frightening adventure. And oh my god. Why is this? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Okay, that's really good so far. None of these things see invis around this area. You don't see invis. If I can just get to a zone wall, I'll feel a whole lot better. You don't see invis. Do you see invis? You don't see invis. Also, the other thing you have to watch out for is giants. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is the Swamp of No Hope zone. Oh, there's a frog lock, but it doesn't see invis. That's another... Oh, that's a frog lock shaman pet. Oh, come on, I gotta be close. You can see by the texture changing, I must be close. I must be close. Now, you might be wondering, why the hell are you risking life and limb to get to this place? What is so special about Kurn's Tower? Well, partly I just want to show Kunark a little bit, more than just this zone. And partly because it's got a pretty good experience modifier. I think I'm almost there. I think this is like the zone line right here. And some of the zone lines in Kunark, especially in outdoor zones, they do not look like conventional zone lines. They look weird. Like, they just don't look as obvious. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but... Like, is it up this way? I think it is. Yeah, I think that's sort of the sign that you're heading toward the swamp now. I think there's a pretty good experience modifier in Kurn's Tower. I think that there is a... What would you call it? Well, there's the fact that it's entirely an undead zone. There are some animals in there, but I'm not going to mess with those. Okay. Now, I happen to know that once I get to the swamp, I pretty much need to hug the left wall. Because if I go right, it's dangerous. Too dangerous, in fact. And if I go left, it's safer, but I run past the Ixar city. I don't want to go straight. Oh God, which way do I go here? Okay, I think I go pretty much straight. But once I get to the actual swamp, like not this little weird little zone canyon area, the quickest way would be to just go straight, but I'm worried about what might be in between. So, okay, clearly this is going nowhere. Maybe it's this way? This doesn't look like a zone wall. No, it is a zone wall. What the hell, man? This is what I don't like about Kunark. These zones are so not obvious. Okay, I think this is the way. I think this is the way. Anyone can see the way that they're walking is. Okay, yeah. Here's the swamp. Now, you see there's something in the water. It's blue, but I'm not going to mess. Well, I expect... is that named? Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. I could just go straight, but I don't think that that is the safest way to go, because I think that there are skeletons that are going to see me. Because anything undead can see invis. There is an invis against undead that you can get. Oh my God, these things are red. I figured this zone... see? The skeleton sees through invis. But it's green. But I can't re-invis myself. Greater Scoblin is not green. Oh God. Let me just try and stay as high up against the wall as I can. I don't even see a wall. I'm not near a wall. Am I near a wall? How the hell do I tell, damn it? North, west, west. I think west is the right direction to be near the wall. I somehow found myself closer to the, this should be a zone wall here. I find myself being closer to the middle of the zone than I want it to be. Okay, so this is a zone wall. Let me just hug the zone wall. When in doubt, hug the wall. Hug the wall. Because NPCs are less likely to be against the wall. And like I said, level 12 is not the recommended level to be coming here. Now, Kurn's Tower, level 12 is fine. And I'm hoping I can actually get a group there. Where I will have to stop hugging the wall is when I start to see the Ixar city, which is called Cavalis. Now I'm confused. I thought the zone wall was over here. What direction is this? Northwest. Don't tell me this is back at Firiona Vie. Northeast. Hold on, let me check my map again. Okay. Plain north with this to the left of me being the zone wall. That should be fine. The fact that I'm not seeing any NPCs I like, because this is not the zone I want to XP in. Is there even anyone in this zone? This zone is always kind of dead because it just kind of sucks. There it is. There's Cavalis. This is the Ixar city. So if you play in Ixar, you'll start in this city. And it's one of those 2-zone cities. However, I don't want to go anywhere near it. Because the Ixars hate all outsiders, and I am an outsider. I am not from Kunark. Who's that? Oh, that's a swamp leech. Who's that? Oh, a skeleton. Okay, let's see if I can do this without getting caught by any skeletons. Now, there is one big thing I need to be careful of. Ixar guards patrol up this path. I need to make sure... What the hell is a froglock escort? I need to make sure that I don't come across the Ixar guard because... Oh, there he is. There's an Ixar guard. And he doesn't see invis. Whew. Okay, good. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't see invis because he's a Shadow Knight. He's a Crusader. That means he's a Shadow Knight. I don't want to get too close to the city, but I don't want to get too close to the swamp. Oh my golly gee willikers. This is a young Ixar. Yeah, sorry if I'm not like pausing to get a great shot of an Ixar here. I'm trying to survive. I just want to survive. But I can't get too close to the Ixar city because there's NPCs in there that I think do see invisibility. Now, if I keep hugging this wall, but I just sort of arc around the Ixar city, I should be okay. That is my goal here. Arc around the city. Overall, stay close to the wall. Kunark is not presenting itself very well here. I think that there are some really good Kunark zones, but there are some duds like this one. Like really the only time anyone comes to this zone is if you're a newbie Ixar and you just want XP right near the zone, which even then there's better options than this for. Or if you're just passing through the zone. If I had gone east from the entrance, there was a really good there's a really good high level zone that way, but obviously I am not high level. I think I'm really close to the Field of Bone, which is where Kurn's tower is. I did this all way faster than I thought, by the way. Like, outside of, building some time in for possible death run, like dying and having to find my corpse, I figured it would take about an hour to get to, and I know I'm editing, hopefully I edit a lot of this out because it's just me running, but I figured it would take about an hour to get to Kurn's tower. But the boat ride was way quicker than I thought it would be. And now I think I'm almost at Field of Bone. If I keep hugging this wall, I haven't even seen an NPC in a while, which is always a good sign. In Kunark, that often means that you're close to a zone line. These zone lines are just gigantic. Okay, that's a tower, which I'd like to avoid. I think that tower is near the zone line now. Like I said, when in doubt, hug the wall. The wall is your friend. The thing that I always disliked about this expansion is that it just felt so savage, and I get that that's what they were going for, but it always just felt like you were knocking on death's door no matter where you went. Especially if you play a class that doesn't have like invisibility or feign death or something like that. I mean, just running through Firiona Vie, it's like playing Frogger. I think I'm there. This should be it. This type of land here, this grass, I think is like what it looks like in Field of Bone. Although ultimately Field of Bone is kind of a desert type area. With a big old tower right in the middle that has a bunch of level 10 to 25 skeletons. Which is perfect. Yeah, zoning. Perfect for a cleric. And now I'm in Field of Bone. Very cool. Now what I want to do is get another one of these awkwardly large zone lines. Oh, and now I'm getting environment effects. Sounds like a lot of bugs. Also, I would not recommend doing this at night. Jesus. Really? It's an absolute blessing that this invisibility has lasted as long as it has, but there are about to be a lot of undead around here, so I gotta be careful. I'm assuming the undead are the only things here that'll see invis. Oh, I'm really debating if I should bind myself here. The pros of binding myself here would be if I die, I'm right here. The cons would be, and by the way, I can't bind myself. I would need someone else to bind me. The cons would be when I'm done and I want to go back at level 14 to Akanon to get my spells. I got a really long journey. The same journey I just took, pretty much. I should be able to see Kurn's tower soon. I have to say, I'm doing a pretty good job of avoiding scary mobs that might kill me, like a greater skeleton. There's nothing chasing me. Kurn's tower should be right here. There it is. There it is. Start to see it forming in the distance. Now this should be a pretty popular zone. Oh yeah, 37 players. That's good. That's good. That is a sign that there are probably going to be a decent number of players in Kurns as well. Yeah, this this could have gone way worse. Let's see, what level is this guy? Handy. Probably higher than me. Oh no, he's lower. So that's what I don't want to mess with there. Is the Biryani. I don't know, I call him Biryani, it's probably not pronouncing it right. Who knows? This is Kurn's tower. It's very large, it goes up pretty high, it also goes down pretty low underground. And this is the ramp to Kurn's tower. Phew! I made it, guys. I really... There was... As you could tell, there were a lot of places there I could have died pretty darn easily. And this is Kurn's tower. This is the entrance. So let me just pop in another weird zone line. All right, so 20 players. Heck yeah, should be easy to get a group here. Plus, since no Ixars can be clerics, there probably aren't many clerics here. Oh, but hopefully there's not like some power leveling nonsense going on. Oh, did I just get hit? I did. What are you, Con? Green? Psh. Let me just root it and get my undead nuke out real quick. I should probably keep that up. Wait for it to pop up. So that's how root works, by the way. I don't think I've shown that yet. I might as well engage this guy in combat. Oh, this is such a relief. Now, if I die here, I obviously have quite the journey back. That's why my goal is going to be not to die for 2 levels. Is that asking too much? Probably. Oh, lots of bone chips here. Okay, let me camp here. I can't remember. It's probably like Karnor's castle, where one side is like designated as the train side. Let me just catch my bearings here, and I will be back when I'm ready to XP and group. A lot's happened. As you can see, I'm super close to level 13. I'm in a group with a bunch of Ixars here, which is what you do in Kunark. You group with the Ixars. I'm the only non-Ixar in the group, which is funny. It's a really good group. We have 3 monks, a shaman, a necro, and myself. And so Ixars can only be warrior, shaman, monk, necro, shadow knight. So kind of like trolls and ogres, and yeah, kind of just those. Except also monks. Which, prior to Kunark, only humans could be monks. So this has been a really good group, and I got the bulk of my experience in this group. I did do a little bit of soloing. I will spend a good chunk of the next level soloing for sure. And sort of give a exploration / tour. Let me do this real quick. 279. I'm not going to do AC because I'm encumbered. Not a lot, but So, a few things have happened. We're on the second floor, which I know I don't like to pick up filming in a completely new location, but it's kind of just the reality of the situation. Okay, he's out of range. This is our shaman here, Levy Heart. We've gotten some good stuff. So both these things here on my screen, they both dropped. I can't wear either because I'm a gnome. I guess my face and head are too small. Lots. Oh my god, so many bone chips. I just wanted to document though, like I would totally wear this hat if it weren't for... so close. If it weren't for the fact that gnomes are excluded. But there were some other items that dropped as well, but really nothing I could use. I did pick up just some junk here, really. I mean, it's just stuff I'm going to sell to a merchant. I can't wear either of them. This is just a random weapon. It's not even that great. Oh, it's heavy. Maybe I should get... It's probably not worth carrying this thing around. And when you have a group like this, it's mainly going to be the monks that are tanking, and they kind of just pass around the aggro. I would say it's mostly this Draco guy and Scardus is his name, that have been... he must have just got mended. That have been tanking. Funny enough, this Kite guy, I think he's the highest level 1. Damn it, out of mana. I always let my group know what my mana's like. My mana dropped so fast there from buffing. By the way, skills. This group has been amazing for my alteration skill. It's maxed. It's maxed. I don't even think... Evocation's not even maxed. It's close, though. Abjuration went up a bunch, too. It's been a really good group. The run here, I'm still having nightmares about. Once all that experience stuff gets turned back on, even though it's not really gonna matter at whatever level I am, probably 14 or 15, by the time it gets turned back on, I'll still have a bunch of bone chips to turn in. There is a quest to turn in bone chips in Field of Bone, which I ran through to get here, but it's with the Ixars. It's a great faction quest, but I just can't do it because the guy that you turn it into would kill me, because he's an Ixar NPC. But now Kike's tanking a little bit. But so we're on the second floor, and Kurn's tower is a really interesting zone. It is... Take these off now. There it is, level 13. What did I say, 279? 298, nice, nice. Okay, well that's worth recasting, I would say. I have my spellbook up here because it was out of view of like where I needed to see. For a while I had it up here when we were downstairs like that, just so I could click the meditate button. Is that a button I can hot button? It's not, okay. Not yet. That goes away at some point. I think it was during Velius that they made it so that all you have to do is sit down. You don't even have to have your spellbook open, and you're automatically meditating, which would be nice. Oh, level 13, wow. We didn't really have... Oh, this guy's... Oh, I was going to say he's high level, but he's only yellow now. He was red earlier. The highest that we've killed have been these lesser charbone skeletons. I don't know what level they are, but they were tearing through these monks. It's like eating up all my mana. The shaman helped out a lot. No one really came close to dying. Now, Ixars do have two things going for them. They have an AC bonus, and they have a natural regen. Prior to Kunark, only the trolls had a natural regen, but they did not have the AC bonus. So, Ixars are kind of really good like that. Again, I mentioned this in my last video, but Ixars are supposed to be, like, they have those benefits because A, they have terrible faction around the world. B, they can't wear plate armor. I say that in quotes because later on they could. Once Velius came out and beyond, it was just like everyone just seemingly forgot about the whole Ixars can't wear plate armor thing. Oh, what's around that corner? Someone's corpse. Hey, there's a greater scale bone. These can be kind of high level. Yellow. A lot of these things were red earlier, but now they're yellow now that I dinged, so that's cool. Yeah, so the developers kind of gave Ixars like these bonuses. They also start out with 100 swimming skill. Is that 100 or 200? It's pretty high. But once they kind of made like faction didn't really matter in Velius because everyone kind of starts out in the same faction, and beyond that as well, like Luckland Planes of Power. The AC bonus wasn't really necessary because Ixars could wear plate armor, but they still had it. Long term, Ixars ended up becoming a really good race for like tanking and I don't know, soloing. Like Ixar Necros are really good at soloing because they have the regen. And Necros, like Shamans, have a spell that allows them to trade their hit points for mana. But yeah, just a quick little rundown on Ixars there. In a zone full of Ixars. I did see a couple non-Ixars in this zone, but it was few and far between. There was a Dark Elf Wizard, which I was like, whoa. I wonder how he got here. Probably, oh, maybe the same way I got here, although he probably went through the over there. Which is a bit of an easier way, I would say. It's longer, but it's less dangerous. Is this guy still yellow? Okay, so I guess that mob probably has a static level. But next level, I will do a little soloing in this zone. Just to try and like show how I got here. Well, if I can get here. Level 14 would be a lot easier because then I'll have Invis versus Undead. But look at how much experience I've gotten already. Like this zone is really good experience. I don't know if the monks being in the group makes it so that I have like negative, not negative, but if it affects the XP, because I think monks are one of the classes that has a negative XP modifier. But either way, the XP in this zone has been really good. The few times that I soloed, which I'll do more next level, I was just undead nuking like crazy. Still have it up, actually. I only had to use Divine Aura once. It wasn't even really necessary. The monk was low in health after a pull, and he had like 4 on him. I healed him, and of course like 3 of the 4 came and attacked me because I healed him and he hadn't sufficient aggro on the others. So I hit Divine Aura and just sat down and netted. But that was level 12. It was quite the adventure. Most of it XP-wise was spent in this zone, but whew, I know most of this video is going to be that crazy run I did earlier. But I will see you in level 13, where I will do some soloing in Kurn's Tower.